Hi, I'm Jim Valkenburg, and I was asked by the scriptwriters here at SCATV to recite a list of Yogi-isms for our baseball show. Little did they know that Yogi Berra was one of my boyhood heroes, and I can't just give you a list of funny and witty quotes attributed to him without some background. I grew up in northeastern New Jersey in the 1950s. You could see New York skyline from my backyard, and I was a Yankee fan. It was the Mickey Mantle, Whitey Ford, Yogi Berra era for the Yankees, and during that decade, the Yankees appeared in 8 of the 10 World Series and won 6 of them. It is the era when I fell in love with baseball, and at the time, the New York Yankees. Lawrence Peter Yogi Berra was born in 1925, and he died at age 90 in 2015. He served in the Navy during World War II and was a gunner's mate on the attack transport USS Bayfield during the Normandy invasion. He played 18 seasons in Major League Baseball from 1946 through 1963, an 18-time All-Star, and won 10 World Series championships as a player, more than any other player in Major League history to this day. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1972. A stellar career for sure, and yet he is often remembered more for his wit and quotes, commonly referred to as Yogi-isms. Most of them didn't make any sense, but at the same time, every one of them had some truth to it. In fact, he is misquoted often, but the legend of Yogi Berra quotes continues to this day. As Yogi did in fact say, "I never said most of the things I said." That's a Yogi-ism. Once during an election year, he was asked about the way votes were counted, and he said, "Texas is one of those big states that has a lot of electoral votes." Yeah, they're funny, and there are so many of them I can't do them justice here, but I'll give you some of my favorites. You can observe a lot by just watching. That's a Yogi-ism. We made too many wrong mistakes. I always thought the record would stand until it was broken. Now you guys, pair up in threes. Does that make sense? Well, kind of. If you don't know where you're going, you might wind up someplace else. Yogi said, "I usually take a 2-hour nap from 1 to 4. And he also said, 90% of the game is half mental. He thought buying good luggage was silly. He said, "Why buy good luggage? I only use it when I travel." No one goes there nowadays, he said. It's too crowded. Always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours. That's for sure. If the people don't want to come out to the ballpark, nobody's going to stop them. Makes sense, kind of. He hits from both sides of the plate, he said. He's amphibious. It ain't the heat, it's the humility. Well, I guess in Las Vegas we know all about that. If you ask me anything I don't know, he said when he was being interviewed, I'm not going to answer. When talking about the 1973 Mets that he was managing, he said, "We were overwhelming underdogs." And here's just one for my wife. She made me put this in here. She's an avid Sandy Koufax and LA Dodger fan. In 1963, Koufax led the major leagues with 25 wins, and the Dodgers swept the Yankees in a 4-game World Series. Koufax won 2 of those games. After the 4th game, Yogi was quoted as saying this, "I can see how Koufax won 25 games. What I don't understand is how he lost 5. And here's one you probably have used yourself and have heard many times. Yogi said, "It's déjà vu all over again." Yogi lived not far from my boyhood home in New Jersey, but I never met him. I had most of his baseball trading cards at one time, but they're long gone. But the memories of Yankee Stadium are not gone, and watching number 8 play the game I love, that memory still sits in my brain. So how do I end a tribute to a Hall of Fame baseball player and still honor all those witty quotes? Maybe with a quote from Yogi's son, Dale Barra. Dale said, "You can't compare me to my father. Our similarities are different." It's like deja vu all over again. Thanks.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old.